Hello students, today we are going to start new chapter named as projection of solids. So starting with the classification of the solids. So solids are classified into polyhedra and solids of revolution. So first of all, what are solids of revolution? So what are solids of revolution? Solids generated by revolving a plane surface are known as solids of revolution. The examples of the solids of revolution are cone, cylinder, sphere. This is the cone. So cone is the solid generated by revolving a right angle triangular plane. If we will rotate the right angle triangular plane about its altitude, then it will generate the cone. So cone is the solids of revolution and it is generated by revolving a right angle triangular plane about its altitude. Cylinder is generated by revolving a rectangular plane. So this is a cylinder and it is generated by revolving a rectangular plane. Sphere is generated by revolving a circular plane. So this is the example of the sphere and it is generated by revolving a rectangular plane. So these are the examples of the solids of revolution: cone, cylinder, sphere. Now polyhedra. Polyhedra are the solids bounded by plane surfaces. Solids bounded by plane surfaces are known as polyhedra, and the examples of the polyhedra are pyramids and prisms. So let us discuss about the pyramids. What are pyramids? Pyramids are the polyhedra, and pyramids are the solids having base as a regular polygon and bounded by a triangular plane surfaces. So this is the example of the pyramid. This is the square pyramid. So base is a regular polygon and it is bounded by the triangular plane surfaces. The solids bounded by plane surfaces are known as polyhedra, and the solids bounded by triangular plane surfaces are known as pyramids. So here the solid is bounded by triangular plane surfaces. So here are the examples of the pyramids: triangular pyramid, square pyramid, pentagonal pyramid, hexagonal pyramid. If the base of the pyramid is a square, then it is known as square pyramid. If the base of the pyramid is a pentagon, then it is known as a pentagonal pyramid. And if the base is hexagon, then the pyramid is known as the hexagonal pyramid. And if the base is a triangle, then the pyramid is known as a triangular pyramid. One type of the pyramid is tetrahedron. What is tetrahedron? So tetrahedron is a pyramid bounded by 4 equilateral triangles. It is bounded by 4 equilateral triangles. So this is the examples of this is the tetrahedron, and it is bounded by 4 equilateral triangles. So the pyramid which is bounded by 4 equilateral triangles is known as tetrahedron. Now prisms. Solids having base and top face as a regular polygon and bounded by rectangular plane surfaces are known as prisms. So this is the type of the prism. It is a pentagonal prism. The solid having its base and top face. This is the base of the solid. This is the top face of the solid. So base and top face of the solids are regular polygon and it is bounded by a rectangular plane surfaces. So this object is known as prism. So prisms are the solids or polyhedra bounded by rectangular plane surfaces. Here are the example of the prism: triangular prism, square prism, pentagonal prism, hexagonal prism. So the base or top face is a pentagon or regular pentagon, then the prism is known as a pentagonal prism. And if the base and top face is a hexagon, then the prism is known as the hexagonal prism. Likewise, triangular prism, square prism. Now one another type of prism is a cube. So cube is a solid bounded by 6 squares. Cube is a solid bounded by 6 squares. So these are the classification of the solids. Okay, now here are some other types of solids based on the position of the axis, shape of the base, and shape of the section, or depends on the section. So first is the right solid. So what is right solid? If the axis of the solid is perpendicular to its base, if the axis of the solid is perpendicular to its base, then the solids are known as right solids. So what are oblique solids? So if the axis of the solids are inclined to its base, if the axis of the solids are inclined to its base, then the solids are known as oblique solids. Now regular solids and irregular solids. These are the types of the solids based on the shape of its base. So if the base of the solid is a regular polygon, then the solids are known as regular solids. We can say that this prism is a regular prism. We can say that this pyramid is a regular pyramid because the base of the pyramid or prism is a regular polygon. So what are irregular solids? So if the base of the solids are irregular polygon, then the solids are known as irregular solids. You can see that here the base is a irregular polygon, and this type of solid is known as irregular solid. Now frustum of solids. What are frustum of solids? If the section of the solid is parallel to its base, then the solid is known as the frustum of solid. If we will take this section of this pyramid, here a note is written, frustum are possible only in pyramids and cone. Only in pyramids and cone. So this is the pyramid and this is cone. So if the section of the pyramid, if we are going to cut this pyramid parallel to its base, so if the cutting plane is parallel to its base, and then the section generated after removing the part of the apex point, then the solid is known as the frustum of solids. For that we have to take the section of the solid parallel to its base. We have to take the section of the solid parallel to its base and we have to remove the upper part of the solid. Then the solid is known as frustum of solids. Truncated solid. So if the section of the solid is taken inclined to its base, so if the cutting plane cuts the solid inclined to its base like this, inclined to its base. So if the cutting plane, let us consider this, my hand is a cutting plane. So if the cutting plane is inclined to its base, then the solid generated after removing the upper part of the section is known as truncated solids. So these are the types of the solids based on the position of the axis, shape of the base and section. Now here is an important note: to draw the projection of solids, all those solids that we are going to take should be a right circular solids. So what are right regular solids? So what are right regular solids? If you are taking a right regular solid, then in the right regular solids, a base should be a regular polygon and axis should be perpendicular to its base, and the solids are known as right regular solids. Okay, now let us discuss about the different elements of the solids. Here we have shown the elements of the solids, elements of the pyramid, prism, cone and cylinder. So let us discuss about the elements of the pyramid. So what are the elements? Elements are the parts of the pyramids or solids. So this point is known as the apex point of the pyramid. This point is known as the apex point of the pyramid. The ABCD is the base of the pyramid. if we are taking an example by using a square prism or square pyramid, then this is the base of the pyramid. So A, B, C, D is the base of the pyramid. A, B, C and D, that is corner A, corner B, corner C and corner D are known as the base corner. AB, edge AB, BC, CD and DA. AB, BC, CD and D are known as the base edge. The edge containing the apex point and the base corner. Edge containing the apex point and the base corner is known as the slant edge. An imaginary line joining the apex point and the center of the base. An imaginary line joining the apex point and the center of the base is known as the axis of the pyramid. And this face is known as the triangular face or slant face of the pyramid. Triangular face or slant face of the pyramid. Now let us discuss the elements of the prism. So this is the prism A, B, C, D. So here A, B, C, D, E is the base. Then this is the top face, base. Base corner, base corner, base corner. This is the base corner. Base edge. These are the base edge. So this is the top face corner, top face edge. And the edge containing the top face corner and the base corner is known as the side edge. So we can say that AQ or BR is the side edge or our side edge. This face is known as the rectangular face or side face. Rectangular face or side face. So this face is known as the rectangular face or side face. An imaginary line joining the top face or the center of the top face and center of the base is known as the axis. So these are the elements of the prism. Now elements of the cone. This is the apex point. An imaginary line joining the apex point and the center of the base is known as the axis. This is the base, and these are the generators. An imaginary, and we can say that the generators are also an imaginary lines. So these are the generators. You can see that cone doesn't have any edge. So the generator is an imaginary line joining the apex point and the point on the periphery of the base. And we can say that a cone has infinite generators. Likewise cylinder. So cylinder, top face, base, top face, base. An imaginary line joining the center of the top face, center of the base is known as the axis, and these are the generators. We can say that cylinder has infinite generators. Why cone and cylinders have generators? Because cone and cylinder are the solids of revolution or solids generated by revolving a plane. That's why cone and cylinder has generators. So this is it for today's lecture. We will discuss further basics of projection of solid in the next lecture. Thank you.